The secret of every woman who gets what she wants from a man is that she knows how to play the game. She knows the weaknesses of a man and she knows how to use them for her own advantage. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michaela, and if you're new here, everything on my channel is about upgrading, becoming the best, most beautiful, most confident woman in your life, and stop letting people and men walk all over you. That's why in today's video I want to talk about 10 weak spots that men have that you can use for your own advantage. You can use them to get whatever you want. Let's get into this. The first thing I want to clarify is that I'm not responsible if you use these weak points to do something mean or bad to men. The ultimate goal should not be to hurt men. The ultimate goal should be to create a safe and healthy relationship and to ultimately get what you want. The thing is that so many women think that men are operating the same way as women, they are thinking, they are loving the same way as women, but that's not the case. I keep telling you over and over again, men act and think completely different. They have a more primitive brain and they are actually very simple, but in comparison to women, very different. That's why it's so important to study a man, to study how men work, to study also men's weaknesses and know exactly what you need to do. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is rejection. Women tend to give up once they are rejected. They feel hurt. They do not want to pursue things. But for men, a rejection is an invitation. It's an invitation to do more, to work harder for you. Once a man is interested in you, let's say he approaches you at an event and he's asking you for your number, he always has in the back of his mind this fear of rejection. Everyone has it. Now, if he's asking you for the number and you are immediately giving your number, you're available, you don't make it hard for him, it stops to be very interesting for him and the fear of rejection disappears. What I want you to do instead is, for example, be a bit more reserved. He is not the goal, he is not the prize, you are the prize. And you can do that, for example, by saying, I'm not giving my number to random guys. If it's on Instagram, do not share your number on Instagram to random people. Say, I'm not sharing my number to people I don't know in person. I don't even know you. I don't know what you're going to do with my number. I don't know how you're going to use my number. Maybe you're going to sell my number. Maybe you're going to blackmail me, whatever, right? You have to be over careful and over protected over yourself, your dignity and your price. If you're giving away your number right away, your entry price is very low. There is zero effort required. Now, let him work for it. Once you say, listen, I'm not sharing my number to everyone, you're just a random guy, I don't know you, he will start to step up, he will start to work for it, he will start to do something, he will start to prove that he's worthy of your number. For example, recently I went for a walk and some man came to approach me and he's asking me for my number. I said, no, I don't know you, I'm not sharing my number. Then he was starting to prove that he's worthy of my number. He gave me reasons why he's such a great guy and why I actually should need his number. He said, I'm working in the airport, I can give you discounted tickets, I can put you on the list, I can drive you from here to there. He gave me reasons over reasons over reasons why he is worthy of my number, of my attention. Now, the longer you play this game and the longer you let him be in this fear of rejection, the more he's going to offer you to get what he wants, which in this stage is your number. You have to always be a little bit on the fence. This is in dating, this is while in a relationship. It doesn't matter in which stage, you should always let him feel like you're a bit on the fence and he needs to work more to get what he wants. And as I said, a man that is actually interested in you, he won't just let you go, and he finds this even more interesting because the more effort and investment he puts in you, investment can be emotional, spiritual, financial, gifts, whatever, the more investment he puts in you, the more he values you, okay? The next point I want to talk about is his fantasy. Once a man approaches you, he approaches you because he finds you attractive, right? He finds you special. Like, you have these beautiful eyes, you have beautiful hair, a beautiful body, a beautiful aura. He wants to connect with you because he absolutely likes you. He's going to give you compliments. He will be saying, you look amazing, you're a princess, I have never seen someone as beautiful as you. He is in his fantasy. He created this ideal version of you that he actually sees in you. Now, if you are answering, I'm not that special, I have pimples, I don't have clear skin, I'm actually not that great, you are completely ruining his fantasy, and he stops to be so attracted to you. He stops to do more for you. He stops to be so invested in you because he realizes you don't even see yourself in that way he sees you. You don't reflect the confidence that he sees you in. Now, I know many of you girlies don't feel confident all the time. That's why it's so important to always take care of yourself. When you go outside, always look your best, always feel your best, and always dress in a way that makes you feel confident and comfortable. Because then, when a guy approaches you, when a man is giving you these compliments, you can actually take them and you can say, yes, thank you, I know I look great today. And whenever you see him again, you can feed his fantasy. Use this fantasy for your own advantage. Once a man compliments you for your hair or your eyes, highlight those parts that he mentioned that he finds so attractive in you. If it's the hair, make your hair every time you see him sitting perfectly, styling them great, having them lush and healthy. If it's the eyes, highlight your eyes, highlight them by specific makeup, highlight them by specific colors, outfits, and always think about feeding his fantasy. A man's fantasy, or also imagination, is actually your biggest blessing, and once you know how to play with that, once you know how to use it to your own advantage, you already won. And this fantasy part does not only apply to dating or getting to know each other, it also applies within a relationship. If you're in a relationship and you always overshare everything you do, you're always available, you always let him know where you're going, who you're meeting, you're very transparent, you're always sharing everything, his imagination is gone because he feels comfortable. He knows, hey, she's fine, she's with her girls, you send him pictures, you send him videos, he feels very comfortable and there is zero imagination. What I want you to do instead, here and then, activate his imagination by not sharing. Go out with your girls and do not share anything. Do not ignore him, but also do not share as you would usually do, so he will finally start to imagine, what is she doing? Is she going out with guys? Are there any guys? Why is she not sharing anything? Why is she not posting? What is she up to? He will be calling. What are you doing? Who are you with? You're not sharing. I was wondering if you're okay. That's the moment his imagination is on, and that's the moment he starts to worrying again. He starts to worrying and be stressed in a good way. You don't want him to be too comfortable with you, even in a relationship, because the more comfortable he is, the less desire. The more stressed he is, the more desire he has for you. With this imagination trick, you will remind him of how hot and important you actually are, and that you are not guaranteed. He will start to be more invested. He will be starting to do more to get your attention again. The next weakness every man has that you can use for your advantage is to become intimate with him. You might have heard about the rule to wait 3 months, 6 months, wait until married. Whatever your rule is, whatever you want to do, whatever is your standard and your boundary, you have to keep in mind that every single man, if they want to marry you, they want to be in a relationship with you, or they just want to have you for one night, ultimately they are attracted to you because their desire is to sleep with you. Every man's desire, very primitive, is to roll in bed with you. And even though you know you're not going to give it till marriage, you're not going to give it till 6 months, 3 months, 5 years, you don't say that to a man. You again use his imagination, his fantasy, and play with it. You can kind of play actually with that tension between you two. That tension that builds up on the way to his desire, to his end goal. You want to do that because you want to make him work for it. And in the process of working to get what he wants, he is going to fall in love with you. So what you can do to use it to your own advantage and benefit is not to actually sleep with him, but to play with your aura, play with your energy. Give him the looks, give him the nice eyes, touch his arm now and then, touch your shoulder, touch your arm. These little hints will make him desire you more, will make him want you more. And if you're not giving it to him, he's going to invest more, he's going to do more. Because a man is not turning away when it's difficult, a man is actually turned on when it's more difficult. The more difficult you make it for him, the more he likes you, the more he loves you, the more he is invested in you. And then, of course, in that process of being invested, of inviting you on dates, of seeing you more and more, he's falling in love with you before you two are even intimate. Your body is in a way your leverage, and if you give it too soon, you lose it all. The next weakness every man falls for is competition. Every man is in constant competition with other men, okay? Now, if you tell him how your ex abused you, how your ex was so bad with you, he didn't treat you well, he cheated on you, and everyone is cheating on you, nobody is treating you well, nobody wants to spend time with you, you give him the impression that first of all, you're not that special, because why would people not want to spend time with you? And then second, you're telling him that you are begging for men. You are the one lowering your standards and settling for men who do not even treat you well. Many women think the more they share about their past experiences, especially the bad ones, the less likely he's going to do that again. But let me tell you, unfortunately, men will use that as an invitation to do it again, and also it makes you less interesting. If he knows that you're not that desired, then also there is nothing really to show off. You need to paint that narrative that you are so special. Everyone wants you, everyone wants to spend time with you, and whenever he's going out with you, you're next to him, he will feel like, wow, everyone is going to admire him because you are with him, because you are so special, because you are so desired by other men. Men ultimately want to impress other men. Keep that always in your mind. Men want to impress other men. Everything a man does, if it's watches, cars, clothes, money, women, it's not for any other reason but to impress other men. Now, if you're not a big Instagram star, you do not have so many friends, you do not feel that desired, and you actually had bad experiences in your past, ditch it all and make things up. Honestly, just stop being so honest with men. They don't need to know everything. They don't need to know the full reality. They don't need to know your past. You just need to paint a narrative, and the narrative is that you are desired by everyone. You have many friends, you have your family, everyone wants to spend time with you all the time, and there are also men approaching you all the time, everywhere. You can mention that randomly. You were going out, then there was someone asking you for your number, or you were receiving flowers, post them on your WhatsApp story. Nobody knows from who you got those flowers. Was it your other admirer? Was it a friend? Was it yourself? Whoever, whatever. That's again his imagination. Let his imagination work, but put out the narrative that you are so desired by others. You are so special. And also talk about yourself in that same way. Talk about how important you are to yourself, how beautiful you find yourself, how good you look in that dress, how perfect that day was, how much you love your life, your lifestyle, your everything, and show that also in your actions. Show that in how you show up for yourself. Let him know that you're busy because you're taking care of yourself, you're doing a self-care evening, whatever. Put yourself on the pedestal. I always tell you, honey, you have to put yourself on the pedestal because he already put you there, but put yourself on the pedestal so he will put you even higher. You just want to reconfirm his belief that you are so special, that you actually are that special woman that he always thinks you are. Do not put yourself down. Do not make yourself smaller. Always try to make yourself bigger than what he thinks you are. Another weakness men have that you can always use to your own benefit to get, for example, flowers, to get a little gift, is that need and want to fix things. Men always want to fix things. They want to be helpful. They want to be in service in a way. They want to do something for you so they can feel like the hero. Now, if you want a bag, if you want flowers, if you want something, do not demand it from a man. I had someone commenting on one of my past videos on my Instagram. A true feminine woman needs to demand from the man. She needs to demand what she wants. No, you don't, okay? Men are not attracted to women who are demanding things from them. Men want to feel like they are the heroes, they are the problem solvers, they make your life easier, and they actually want to make you happy because, again, competition. If they have a woman next to them that looks happy and well taken care of, all the props goes to the man, not to you. The props always go to the man. Everyone is going to think, wow, he must be taking so good care of her that she's always happy, she's always smiling, she's always good dressed, she's always kind, she's always taken care of, put together. That's why you need to play with that weakness a man has. You do that by talking about your desires. If you want, for example, red roses, you will not tell him, I want red roses for my first date, for my birthday, for the Valentine's Day. You tell him randomly, but over and over again, how much you love red roses because they smell good, because they complement your way of being, your charisma, because they would look so good in your apartment, because. Keep finding reasons why you want to talk about your desire that are the red roses. If your desire is a Birkin bag, keep talking about the Birkin bag and why you desire this Birkin bag. Keep talking about the Chanel bag and how much you desire to have this bag. Oh my god, this bag is my dream bag. I always wanted to have this bag. It would fit perfectly to that long dress that you like so much. It would complement so much my skin tone. It would complement my hair. I can fit it so well with X, Y, and Z. Babe, whatever. Find something. Be creative and use this weakness of a man to get what you want. Now, of course, this is not only about materialistic things. This can be also about love, emotions. Maybe you want to go on a holiday. Maybe you want him to pay your bills. Maybe you want some cuddle time. Maybe you want to go to the cinema. It's actually very simple when you think about what is his weakness and how you can trigger that weakness, how you can turn that weakness on and use it to your advantage. Want him to pay the bills? Play like the damsel in distress. I don't have any money left and I would love to spend more time with you, but I'm saving on my rent, and this month it's pretty stressful because also I'm helping out my auntie with her mortgage. I have to work a lot and spend a lot of time on other projects, on overtime to pay all these bills. And let him be the hero, let him take care of you. And believe me, he's going to do it if he actually wants to spend time with you. And that also leads me into the next weakness of a man, which is his ego. Very simple. Once he does something you like, he did great, you stroke his ego. You will give him the words of affirmations. You will tell him how grateful you are and how much more easy your life is right now. And I don't know what I would do without you. You took off so much stress off my shoulders. You really make my life more comfortable and more easy. You tell him, I want to spend more time with you. Now I'm more available for you. You play your soft card, your feminine card, because you're grateful for what he had done great, right? Now, if he did something that you didn't like, if he ignored you for 2 days, if he didn't reach out for a week, if he did whatever you didn't like, you need to make him feel unimportant. You need to deflate his ego. And you might think, I'm just ignoring him, I'm just not replying to him. But the reality is, this doesn't make him feel unimportant. If you want to make him feel unimportant, you need to give him the feeling that he's actually not that significant in your life. You actually forgot about him. Like, oh, you still exist? I didn't even notice you were gone. Oh, really? You texted me? Oh, I must have forgotten that you existed. Don't say that, obviously, but that's the energy you want to create. You want to create an energy of, oh, I actually forgot about you. This makes him feel like he's unimportant, and this is deflating his ego completely. That's how you show him that things were not okay. And that contrast of one time stroking his ego when he did things right, and then when he did things wrong, deflating his ego, makes him know and understand which things he should repeat and which things he better doesn't. Because again, the fear of rejection and the fear of losing you will come into place, and this will keep him in check, so he will keep doing the right things instead of keep disappointing you. You used that after he gave you flowers, you are appreciating, giving him the words of affirmations, so he will do more of that. Some women think the more they praise a man, the less he's going to do, because that's how many women are thinking. But actually, again, men are very different. The more you praise him, the more grateful you are for things, the more he wants to do for you. That's why when he brings you flowers and you didn't like those flowers, you didn't like the color, you didn't like the size, if you immediately deflate his ego, if you are immediately then angry, upset, and being in your masculine, fighting him for what he has done for you, he will not feel motivated to do more. You need to first appreciate, be loving, kind, and grateful for what he has done. And after, if you didn't like it, you can mention your true desire. You can talk about it from a place of desire instead of from a place of, I'm fighting you because you didn't do the things. Or you just make him feel less important. You make him feel like, oh, I actually didn't know these flowers were from you. The next weakness you can use to your own benefit is to let a man lead. Let him lead in the relationship. Let him lead the way to the restaurant. Let him lead in every way possible. Not because you're not capable of it, but because this is what creates a dynamic. This creates the polarity between men and women, right? You want to make a man feel like he is capable and he can do things, so he can feel like he is the man. It's affirming his ability of taking care of things, of leading, of being the man. And if you take that away from him, if you say to him, I'm strong, I can handle it myself, I can take care of everything myself, I don't need you to do this, I don't need you to do that, or you simply do it, like you have something broken in your apartment and you simply take care of it yourself, you take that away from a man. And this is your leverage. A man wants to feel like a man next to you, and the more he feels like a man, the more he will also fall in love with you, because first of all, he's investing more in you, and second of all, he gets his confirmation of being the strong masculine man in this relationship because you let him lead. Okay? You might not agree on that, but try it out. I'm aware nowadays women can do everything themselves. They can pay their own bills, fix their own shelves, drive the car. They can do everything a man can do and even more. But that doesn't mean that you should do that. You can still be feminine and should still be feminine. Relax, sit back and let him do all the work. Why you want to stress yourself out when you have a man next to you? Why? Let him do the work. If he doesn't do it right, give him another chance. Let him pay for someone to do it right. But do not move a finger, and watch my other video on how to be a useless woman, because that's what's actually going to make him fall in love with you. Now, another weakness every man has, but many do not want to admit to that, is their soft side. Every man has to show their strength and their strong side, their masculine side. They have to show that they are so capable to take care of things, to be strong. They do that by being masculine and being angry. There is no room to be soft outside in the world. So they have to shut down a big part of their emotional spectrum, which is being vulnerable, admitting that they have fears, they have doubts, that they are also soft in a way. They also have a soft side. And even though many women do not like to see that in a man, if you are a woman that can make him feel like he can be soft with you, not always, but if it's necessary, he actually feels comfortable showing his soft side, his vulnerable side, then you are the one and only person in his life that he can be soft with, that he can fully be himself with. This can also be his quirky side or his funny side, whatever this is, make him feel comfortable with his full personality. You know why? After intimacy, this is your second biggest leverage. If you would want to leave, he's not only going to lose an amazing woman, he's also going to lose part of himself. That part that he can only show and be with you. You do that by simply allowing him to show his emotions and sometimes also encouraging him to talk about his fears, his doubts, and his true, real emotions. And for us women, nothing easier than that. Okay, we are almost at the end. I want to talk about the last and I think the most important point of the whole video, which is being a roller coaster. This sounds like manipulation, and it might is, but what is not? I always keep telling you, once a man is comfortable with you, he's not that interested in you anymore and he does not desire you anymore so much. And that happens so often in relationships, right? In long-term relationships and marriages. That's why it's so important to play the roller coaster. You should not be a constant. Your emotions shouldn't be a constant. Do regulate your emotions, yes, but do not be a constant next to him. He should not be sure to see you all the time. He should not be comfortable with whatever he's doing right now because he knows he got you already with what he had done. Always let him be on the tiptoes, let him feel like he can lose you at any time, and also do not give away your time so freely. This is especially important in the beginning of the dating phase of the relationship because a man needs these up and downs to actually be invested emotionally. The more ups and downs he has to go through, the more anxiety he has about losing you, about maybe not having you. It's that hot and cold. Does he have you? He has you. Does he have you? He has you. I don't want to encourage you to actually like break up with him, go back with him, break up with him, go back with him, disappear, come back. No, but you do that by simply not being available all the time. He asks you out on a date, his imagination starts to work, he starts to be more anticipated, he starts to be wanting to see you, then you are going on your first date. The first date, it's going to be amazing. You will be in your best energy, you will give him your best side, and that should not last more than 2 hours. You should not be a constant in his life. You should not give him your whole day. You tell him after 2 hours you have some other appointments, you have to go to do your nails, you have some appointments, you have your meetings, you have to see your mom, you have to see your brother. Now after that 2 hours he is going back home, you're going back home and do whatever you want to do. He's going to think about you, he's going to be in a kind of high, and this high will drop again, and once this high drops, he will want to see you again. He needs more from you, right? Many men in the beginning of that dating phase, they will be wanting to rush that process to see you more, to have that high constantly. You need to be patient and you need to be slowing down this whole phase as much as you can. Let him go through the ups and downs. Let him go high and drop to the low, and let him be anticipating and investing again, planning for the next date, being in his high again, and let him fall again. This is how he is emotionally investing. He's going to fall so madly in love with you that after, you don't need to beg for anything, you don't need really to ask for anything, because he is so mad in love with you that he's going to do anything and everything possible to make you happy. A man always needs to love you way more than you love him. He needs to be way more invested than you are. Otherwise, be sure that he's going to be the one using you. Now ladies, if you want to know how to make a man truly invest in you and how to become that woman that he actually wants to invest in, download my ebook. The link is in my bio. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.